Whoa. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome back, or welcome to Glenn's E-bike adventures. So we're almost in December now. It's absolutely freezing today, and I'm out on the new Cyrusher tracks, and just as one bridge closes, another one opens. Thank you. Right, so yeah, so I'm off out on the tracks today. We're just going to go down by the canal, and I'm going to make myself some breakfast because I haven't eaten yet. So we're going to have a little bit of a fry up, and we'll also talk about the Cyrusher tracks, essentially, which is our e-bike. Hold on, I've got a funny feeling my camera just turned itself off. No, my mistake. We are still recording. Okay, right, onward bound. So yeah, I'm on the Cyrusher tracks electric e-bike. So this one's a step-through model. It comes into the UK restricted to a 250 watt motor to keep within the law, and no throttle, essentially. I do have a throttle in the bag, so if I do need to put that up, if I'm riding the bike off road or on private land, etc., I could use the throttle, but I just haven't put it on yet. So yeah, as I said, it's 750 watt motor, restricted to 250 watts for the UK. You can de-restrict the bike if you so wish. This bike, this works off old e-bikes used to work off a cadence sensor. This particular bike, this works off a torque sensor, and yeah, it just delivers the power much better, to be honest. You don't get any of that lurching forward, because it's looking for pressure on the pedals from your feet. So the more pressure you apply, the more power goes to the motor. Now, if you've seen my review on the Cyrusher Ranger, to be honest, this bike's exactly the same. The only difference really being is that this bike's a step-through version, and the Cyrusher Ranger is not a step-through, more mountain bike style frame. Oh man, it's so cold out here today. Oh, I'm certainly not prepared. Oh, I'm probably colder because of essentially I haven't eaten anything, so we're going to find a little spot along by the canal, and get set up. I brought my fire pit with me as well, so we'll get a fire going, and we'll get some grub on the go as well. Oh, I probably, to be honest, I probably started my e-bike adventures at completely the wrong time of year. We're still not quite at the shortest day, but that should be coming in the next 3 weeks, and then hopefully our days will get a little bit longer from there on in. Yeah, so what else can I tell you about the Cyrusher Trax? Well, it's got a 20 amp hour battery. That's capable of doing 56 miles per charge. I've not put that to the test, and to be quite honest with you, because of these really cold conditions and the cold weather, then e-bike batteries don't perform as well in the cold. In fact, it will reduce your mileage essentially from what you get out of the bikes. We've got a front fork oil based suspension, and in the center we have an air shock, which oh man, these are so much better than oh, yuck. Let's just get through all that mud. Oh. But yes, so much better than the sprung loaded rear suspension that Cyrusher used to put on some of their older models. But I'm glad they've finally started to upgrade their bikes and put better things on them. I'm still waiting for the day that we have air front fork, so because essentially that would be much nicer. So oh man, it's cold. Oh, even I've got these gloves on, and my fingers are still feeling the cold through there. So need to find a little place to stop or set up. I've got a fire pit with me. I've got my rucksack on with me grub and a few bits and pieces in there. On the rear rack I've got a chair, my fire pit, and a camera tripod. I have got some dual panniers for the bike, however I just haven't put them on yet. Just haven't got around to actually getting them on, so I need to get that done this week so that I can use them for next week, and then hopefully that'll get a lot of the weight off of my back, off of this rucksack, and back onto the bike. So yeah, the Cyrusher Trax, 26-inch 4-inch wide wheels, fat tyres, brilliant for any sort of terrain really. If fat tyre e-bikes are your thing, I'll be honest, since owning a fat tyre e-bike, I've never wanted to go back to any other kind of bike really. But I mean, they suit me perfectly, to be honest. Some of you may be aware, as I've said in my previous videos, that I suffer from COPD, which is a lung condition, which means my lungs don't hold very much oxygen or air, and I'm constantly taking deep breaths. Now, an ordinary bike is just no good for me anymore, so I need the electric assistance these days. Right, there'll probably be quite a lot of dog walkers. Seeing all these trees around us, you know, that have shed their leaves, has just reminded me of my previous partner, who was a lady from the Philippines, and when she came to the UK to start with, she phoned home, spoke to her parents, and one of the first things she said, because she arrived in November into the UK, and she thought that essentially all the trees were dying in the UK because obviously there's no leaves on them. See, that doesn't happen in the Philippines. So yeah, she had quite an eye-opener basically when she came to the UK, because obviously all of our trees, they shed their leaves. Well, a lot of them do. There are still evergreens, but yeah, a lot of the trees, they actually shed. So thankfully her mother knew different and put her straight on the matter basically. So she stopped thinking that all the trees in the UK were dying. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it, what when people come to the UK, what they think and what they see. Right. Oh, it's getting really muddy through here now. Oh, I just need to step off the bike. Right, I don't know why. Probably need to find a way to lock this Insta360 camera that I've got on the front, because I noticed that was moving. We've got a GoPro on the back as well, which is recording, and also a GoPro on my chest, which is recording our front view and the audio. Oh, that won't work very well if I don't put the kickstand back up. Silly me. Anyway, but yeah, the Cyrusher Trax, so very much like the Ranger, all the same parts essentially, just a different bike frame. So if the step through variant is your kind of thing, that's going to be perfect for you. If the mountain bike style frame is more your thing, then I would opt for the Ranger instead. But these are brilliant bikes on any terrain. Off-road, absolutely great. On the beach, on the sand, these bikes will go, and on the snow also. So they're really quite versatile in their usage. Now the bikes are somewhat heavy, that's the only thing I will say. With the battery included, we're looking at about 40 kilos. Like another fat tire e-bike behind just went past. Hopefully. Oh my goodness. I'm on a little bit of a bank here and my feet are sliding away from underneath me. Right. Oh. Right, so we've got a nice little location here that I think I'm going to set up a little camp, get my fire pit going, get some warmth back into these fingers, and get some grub on the go, I think, as well. So anyway, enough of my yibba yabba. I'm going to stop all these cameras at the moment and get set up essentially. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit, guys. Right, yeah, so I don't think I'm going to set the tarp up today, just because obviously being almost December now, daylight hours are quite scarce, so I don't really want to delay too much. I'm still quite cold and I need to eat some breakfast really, and get some of that you know, energy back inside me. So I think what we'll do is I might get that fire pit on the go, set my chair up, and then we can start cooking some breakfast. Anyway, let's get set up. Right, let's get me OEX ultralight chair. Let's get this bad boy set up first. I got this from Go Outdoors. Really compact, really lightweight, quite comfortable, to be honest. It's a nice ultra light chair. It's a low chair. Now, some of you may or may not like those. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think that I would, but after using it now a few times, I actually quite like it. So yeah, it serves its purpose quite well. Okay, all right, let's set this thing up. Again, relatively really easy. This all just folds out. like so. Again, this will just fold out, slots in there. We've got this that's goes on the bottom essentially. It stops everything falling through. And then we've got a little square grill here, which just sits above these vent holes so that air can get in essentially. Right. As I've said before, there is a grill there, so we can use this as a barbecue if we so wish, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to do some cooking on the OEX solo camping stove. Right, that's all ready. Right, I bought some dry kindling essentially from home, just because it's been raining non-stop over the last few days again in the UK. So we really need some nice dry wood to get us going. But we'll grab some extra twigs and branches, dead ones that have fallen. There's plenty about, so we'll get this fires going. Right, before we light this fire, we're going to get our fire mat, which we used last week and we will continue to use. Oh. So we'll pop that on the ground, and that's just going to protect the ground, hopefully, from our fire. Right, so I'm just going to use one of these little fire lighters. Not sure if you can see that very well. They're just made of reconstituted cardboard, essentially. I think that's what it looks like. Now I know this is cheating. I have got a knife and is it ferrule rod? What it's called, to essentially I'm almost lost for words then. Yeah, so we can create a spark essentially, and get a fire going in a more natural kind of way. But anyway, we'll try it with just the one fire lighter this time. Hopefully that should all work. In the meantime, I'm going to just snap some logs up. Let's get a few more. Right, just a few sticks that I found laying on the ground, essentially. So we'll use this as our firewood. It's a little bit damp, but I think we should be all right. Oh. Pop some of our stock down. And I think we'll sit here by the fire. Oh, careful not to put my hands in the actual flame. But oh, it is cold today. It's very cold. Oh, that fire is going well. Right, so I've got my OEX lightweight frying pan, which we're cooking my breakfast in. My coffee cup. I've got a litre of water, tap water that I brought. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, it's the warmest I've felt all day. Even in my own house, it was quite cold earlier. Oh. Right, so what else have we got here? We've got our OEX solo stove that we're going to be frying on. We will be boiling some water as well, because I want to make myself a nice cup of coffee. Right, first things first, let's get this out the bag. I'll pop that down, just out the way for now. Got a little bit of cooking oil. And what else have we got? So, in here I've got a load of bacon and sausages already cut up, prepared at home, of course. Oh. And what else have we got? We've got our trusty saw, should we need to saw up any wood. My Grogu plate, my essential. And then, what have we got? So, I've got, these are Nalgene, I think that's how you pronounce it. These food containers, these are essentially waterproof. So the sugar's been in there about 2 weeks, not stuck together. And I've got some coffee. Also, they're good for carrying liquids, etc. And you don't need to worry about them leaking like I have in here. So I've got 3 eggs which I just whisked up and poured into this bottle, and yeah, they're perfectly good. They don't leak at all. And I've got some milk to go in my coffee. Right, so we've got our OEX solo camper. There we go. We'll pour some water in our pot. Hopefully that'll be enough for a cup of coffee. Oh, everything's falling over. We'll turn the gas on. There we go. And then pop our water canister on. One thing I didn't do, which was a bit naughty, and should have done this first, is put our feet on. Which will stop that from falling over and give us a bit more stability. Right, let's pop the lid on. Bring this over, pop the clip on. Right, so, and we're making coffee. A spoonful of brown sugar. A spoonful of our Cartnor Insto coffee. And a little bit of milk. Right, let's put the lid on, just so it doesn't, if it falls over, we're not going to lose anything. And we'll wait for this bad boy to boil, which shouldn't be too much longer. Right, well, I think that's about boiled. We'll turn that off. Pop our lid and our handle back over. Oh yeah, plenty hot enough. And we just need to remove the pot from the base, and then we can pour in the hot water for a nice cup of coffee. Just move that out of the way. Give that a bit of a stir up. Alright, let's sit back and enjoy this coffee. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon at the moment, and obviously it does take a little bit of time to set up and get out here as well, but I can already see the sun is already getting low, so I really need to make a start and cook my breakfast because I am absolutely starving, I must admit. Alright, let's put a lid on my coffee for now. Right, so in order to use a frying pan, we're going to use this little attachment that goes on the top. So we bring these rings in, which will allow our frying pan to sit on the top there. That just flips on there, like so, and then instantly put that on there. Let's just put a little bit of oil in there. I came already prepared, so I cut up a load of skinless sausages and streaky bacon ahead of time. I'm just going to wait for this oil to heat up a little bit more. So I'm going to add our egg that we prepared at home. Let's dish this bad boy up. There's a few more twigs on the fire, keeping that going. That should all burst into flame shortly. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my coffee. We really need to start packing up. Sun's getting quite low, and I don't want to get caught out in the dark again, because it's just and I can definitely feel the temperatures rapidly decreasing as we speak. So hope you've enjoyed this this video. If you like this kind of stuff, we will be doing a overnight camp shortly. I'm just waiting for a trailer and a few other bits to arrive, so that we can cart all of our stuff. But yeah, if this kind of video does interest you, then please hit the like and subscribe button. We release a video every Monday, yeah, I really appreciate it if you come along for the ride. If you've got any suggestions, if you'd like to see anything in particular, then obviously pop them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to sort of make sure that that happens. Right, let's get this camp packed down, and time to head on home. Right, well, we're almost packed up. I'm just going to switch on all the cameras. And then we shall get out of here. Whoa. Well, that was a moment.